Good evening and welcome to Stupid O'Clock News. I'm Lewis Lee. Move over pumpkin spice flavored Oreos, Chobani yogurt, and lattes. There's a brand new brand jumping into the sea of endless pumpkin spiced products that's got a lot of people scratching their heads. Ramen noodles. That's right. For those who just can't get enough pumpkin spice, Nissan's Cup Noodles brand is releasing pumpkin spiced ramen noodles. Nissan says that its pumpkin spice ramen noodles will be available in Walmart stores beginning this October. Thank God they're at least waiting until October. That's the news. Let's start the show.
How dare you?
That's how dare I? How dare I?
That was just, that deserved, how dare you? How dare you defile?
Ain't enough pumpkin spice stuff in the world.
Did I hear that right? Pumpkin spice ramen?
Ramen noodles. I can't make it. I didn't make it up.
You can always throw them spice packets away and do your own.
I have cooked up spaghetti squash, for those of you who know what that is, and put the spaghetti sauce and everything on top of it and eaten the squash like it was spaghetti noodles. That's about as close as I'll ever come to pumpkin spice ramen noodles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we've already got some comments started. We're going to say Donna Carlene says, gets the seat up front. And Carl says, I'm going to grab the seat behind Donna to pester her better. And
she's going to put her pigtails in the inkwell.
And then Donna Carlene says, don't make me come back there. And John is secretly switching us to the new Folgers crystals. And about the pumpkin spice ramen noodles, Donna Carlene says, yeah.
I think
then she
a
gives
lot of
us
people
the
feel that way.
Yeah. And good evening, Ace Bonnie. How's things out in Utah?
Where it's still 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they lucky?
So if he tunes in on the Stupid O'Clock weekday show,
he's got to tune in at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. That's early.
That's early
So
for our
come
kind
on
of
right
crap.
after the evening news.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
That sounds big time somehow.
And Carl saying howdy, and Ace is saying he's going to sit behind Carl. Ace, don't sit behind Carl.
Especially if he's had the beans.
Yes.
Carl had Taco Bell tonight, Ace. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
He had the refried beans.
Yeah, and Carl says he's not going to stay long. He's got to go shopping early tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, Carl goes shopping every Sunday morning at the crack of dawn, before even the birds get up, and there's no other people in the grocery store. Yeah. He goes, you can see, a tumbleweed going down the aisle, and Carl runs the other way. And Carl, even though it could be 80 degrees out, he takes his coat with him because he takes his coat and puts it over all his groceries on over the shopping cart, so nobody knows what groceries Carl buys. Which we think it's all liquor anyway. So.
Yeah. And Donna Carly says, actually, he made homemade enchiladas. Oh, it's good. Ace, scooch Donna over and sit beside her. Actually, Carl gets up so early that he walks by and kicks the chicken coop to get them up.
Yep. Carl gets the sun up.
I went out on the porch this morning to check the weather locally without having to pull up the Weather Channel. And Rooster across the road was doing its best impression of a Japanese monster movie monster, Rodan. Oh, I get out there when I'm on a weekday when I'm going to work. I'll be walking off the porch, and that thing is screaming the theme song from Rodan. not the actual monster voice, but the theme song. Da-da-da! And I'm going, oh yeah, I know. The sun's about to come up. You just have to tell it it's time. I got it.
And Michaela, welcome.
Michaela,
Michaela is saying
welcome.
she's bouncing from
Okay.
channel to channel. This guy's back. Hey, Chris.
Oh,
Hello.
Chris.
Where's that band button? Let's see.
I started to send Jody McPhee an invitation, but I ran out of time before it was time to get backstage before the show.
Well, go ahead and send it to him anyway.
Well, I'm not on the same computer anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got like 3 different computers here. I'm trying to bounce between.
maybe I can. Let me check here.
I just turned off
I'm a step ahead of you, Bill.
Oh, do you? Okay, never mind.
I turned off the iPad so I wouldn't get inconvenient dings, and I turned off the sound for the desktop so I wouldn't get inconvenient noises from whatever I left it on when I abandoned it.
Well,
Yeah, I just sent Jody.
Dan-
We need to get Jody in on the late night show.
hmm
Dan, I'm right there with you with the computers. I came in earlier this evening and completely unplugged everything, took everything out of here, scrubbed my desk down, brought everything back in, wrapped up wires with wire ties and corrugated tubing just to make sure that everything fit just right. And it looks awesome to boot. Now I've got my iMac running an extra screen, and I've got my laptop running that Wacom tablet.
Are you ready? Are you ready, Lewis?
I'm ready. Show her. Don't it look pretty?
Woo woo!
Shoot.
Wow.
Lewis has a studio.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. But there's the iMac, and it's running the 4K monitor above, and then the laptop over here. I've got extra real estate over here on the Wacom tablet. And I can use that. That's a photograph that I took while on board that ship, the Carl Vinson. And so I'll be doing all my video editing on the iMac, or most of it, and all my Photoshop and Illustrator work over here on the Windows setup.
And Carl says, Lewis is my hero. Just for a neat work area. I wish mine were that neat.
Oh, it was
Carl?
not easy, but I mean, you can look. There's a minimum of wires now that you can see, and even back here, my little 10-spot USB hub is even neat. So
I would have to rebuild my desk to be able to do that.
yeah. Well, I kind of have thought about changing desks because this glass top is just getting kind of old.
Yeah,
Especially trying to keep it clean.
Lewis?
Lindsay's got one over here that she wants me to go ahead and disassemble it and us take it to the landfill. And the promise was that I would go ahead. There's some fire damage stuff that I had rebuilt to give me a couple of extra shelves over here on the side that you can't see. And my promise was to disassemble that and throw it away as well and replace it with purpose-built disc all the way around 3 sides of the room.
Yeah.
Now, Lewis, I'm going to say this. Just be very careful where you go to pick out that desk. Because I remember the last time you went to buy a faucet, you ended up with an office.
I did it didn't I? But I love it, man. I mean, that was what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah. The thing is, he went to buy a kitchen faucet, and he ended up with that office in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the drywall and the light fixtures and the flooring and yeah.
Well,
That's okay.
I'd have to buy a basement.
And Donna Carleen says, Carl, stop salivating. You're drooling into the keyboard. And Carl says, I need everyone to take everything apart one morning and redo all my wires. Okay, we'll see you late Saturday night if you start on Monday.
Mm-hmm. And notice we didn't mention what year.
Or
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
as far as
Carl.
talking about his electronics, or
Sometimes you just have to do it, though. I mean, if
Oh yeah,
you bypass everything so much, and you change cables, and you reroute things to where everything is like a dadgum spider web down there. Even the spiders won't come in here; they're scared of all my electronics. But I run all this off of 2 duplex outlets.
I've got like 8 or 10 different outlet strips.
Well, I've got a 6 outlet in one of the duplexes and a 10 outlet plugged into the other one. So I've got 16 plugs available, but most of the stuff that I'm running is really low amperage. So it's not dangerous. It was just messy.
Lewis, how big is that tablet? It looks huge.
It's a 22-inch screen. Now, just the usable screen area, just the usable screen area from here to here is 22 inches.
Wow.
So I don't have any of my measuring tapes in here, but it's great because you can use the tablet, you can use the pen, and do whatever you want. That's weird.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Michaela's got some sort of breaking news.
Yeah, but she's going to keep it secret until her show.
Yeah. No, she just posted it publicly here.
Well, I believe we can. Those of us who know her can guess what it should be.
Yeah.
Is that
the new
this Monday?
Yeah. Tidbits and Scribbles starting Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time.
All right.
And
all right.
Of course, Ace Bonnie says Lewis has the arc reactor at his house.
That explains a lot.
Nobody's supposed to know that.
I have the arc reactor on my phone.
Oh, you dog.
Yeah. And Carl says, yep, he's got 2 cameras, a mic, 3 monitors, and the computer and printer. Oh, don't even get me started on a printer. Don't.
I got 2 turntables and a microphone.
Yeah, I got my Epson printer over here, and it's the one with the tanks of ink.
I'm thinking about getting rid of this HP and going into Epson printer.
I'm never going to get another HP printer.
I'm tired of their ink cartridges drying up.
Oh,
I like my Canon.
Yeah,
we had somebody, I believe it was just last night, going on and on about. Oh, it was Ted. How Epson printers suck.
No, this one's been going for 2 years on the same tank full of ink, and when we bought it, they gave us an extra set of ink bottles. So
maybe you could give Ted some tips on how to make his work.
John, this may be one of your friends. Drill Sergeant 666 says Konnichiwa.
I don't know.
Do you speak Cantonese or Chinese or
Konnichiwa?
And then he said
that's Japanese.
Yeah.
Japanese.
Konnichiwa.
And she says, he asked, do we...
Now, I did have a Drill Sergeant Hell in basic training.
Yeah.
OCO. Oh, no, that's Cherokee. Never
That may
mind.
be the 666.
And then Michaela J says they've taught their kids how to play hacky sack tonight. What a blast from the past. No, I mean, I still have the issues with my elbow from playing hacky sack. No, I don't want to even talk about it.
You kidding? I still got the issues with my elbow from playing Galaga.
I taught my daughters how to play hacky sack, and they just use it as an excuse to kick each other in the butt.
Yeah.
We used to taunt people who played hacky sack in college.
No, what got me started on printers is I went to do my first show promoting HallowCon since March of 2020 today, and that is actually the same convention. And realized I have none of my table info printed out. So I plugged the printer into the old computer, which has been running the whole time. And for 4 hours, I tried to delete, install, uninstall, delete, uninstall, install the printer software. The two, it's evidently is because I haven't used the two in so long, they refuse to speak to each other.
Oh,
They grew apart and just don't want to speak to each other. So I had to go over to the new computer, and it still took me another hour to get the new computer to recognize the old printer.
sounds like one of those nasty divorces.
Took me
What
30
brand
seconds.
printer?
Canon. Took me 30 seconds to print everything.
Well, the printer caught your computer playing with the mouse, so that's why it
And Carl
Doesn't
says,
talk to
"Poor
it
Joe Dog. He's in printer hell now." Yeah, I just
envy.
Oh, Chris, I just remember what you're supposed to remind me. Remind me before. Write this down. Remind me to order the new promo cards
Okay.
when we sign off tonight. I forgot
Okay.
to send that email when we got home.
All right.
I mean, I love it. I just before I would have to pay for everything up front through a printer to get my postcards and everything done. Now it's an email, and they say, "Okay, pay me when you pick it up."
Mm.
And
Well,
and the best part about it, the printer is within walking distance of my house. Not for me, but the normal human being could walk there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting in the car and drive. Hell, if I'm going next door, I'm driving.
Well, I had the bright idea to check my GPS and check the route to and home from HallowCon, and it's a good thing I did.
Why?
Something in the mapping software, because I've got to use it on. I've got to use it. It's got to be done with the Chrome browser. It will not talk to the Firefox browser at all. But somewhere in there, it had generated an endless loop around Gainesville.
Hey, Dan, remember, if you're dealing with Firefox, you have to think in Russian.
I find it hard to think in human.
I got that one.
I was wondering, everybody.
net.
I need a new group of geeks to hang out with. Jeez.
Oh, come on. I've seen the movie.
Hey.
We'll give you a group of geese to hang out with.
You really. We'll send you some Canada geese. Hang out with them ganders for a while. No, I went and I checked the route. There were two places where the routing program, because I did not think the first time to zoom it all the way into where I could see little individual roads. It had managed to make two different endless routes around and around and around and around.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was on Gainesville, another one was further on up the road, and I don't remember the town that was on. So I deleted those and went ahead and replanned everything, which took a total of 5 minutes per route. And there we go.
Yeah, bring him in, Dan. Bring him in. We have
a guest.
Jody
Hey,
McPhee.
Joe.
How are you doing, Jody?
Hey, Joe.
I'm doing okay. Just finished up my show here. I saw that you gave me the link, so I was like, let me rush over here before I forget. I'm thinking, like, did I get myself in trouble or something? Or
Nope.
No.
Your ears must have been burning Thursday. We were talking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Jody, I'm going to tell you, I went to a show today, and I found an independent comic artist from the DC area that I think you two would make a great fit. I gave him your Facebook information, your page, your YouTube page, and he'll be getting with you. It's 4 lid or something, or 2 lid or something like that. It's a big cat character that
it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I believe you two would make a great match. I've also gave him the Rising Tide
Mhm.
to try to help him, spread the word of his book. I mean,
Okay.
it is some beautiful artwork.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so when the guy gets a hold of you, I told him, tell him, I gave him all the information and I put it on one of my HallowCon cards.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
he'll probably forget my name,
Mhm.
but I've told him to say HallowCon so you'll know who it came from.
Okay. All right.
But
Yeah, I was watching your show, and then it came down to when I was at the last minute before I could get backstage for this, and I had to leave. You were doing great. You were doing great, and I really wanted to hear the next one about the Wonder Woman Black and Gold, but I'll have to watch that tomorrow on the replay.
All right, Jody.
Okay.
Since you're a guest, and I believe this is the first time you've been on the show, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, really?
No, he's been
No,
on
he's been-
before.
This is my second
He's
time.
been
This is my
on
second
before.
Oh, this is your second time. Okay, so I don't have to hit you with the 3 questions.
Yeah.
time. You didn't hit me with the 3 questions. The
I
last
didn't hit you with the 3 questions last time.
Yep.
Well, that's going to be corrected now.
That's going to be corrected now. Hold on. Let me go ahead and screw the lid back on the bottle.
Now you get 6 questions.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Your
All right.
tray tables in the upright position.
All right. I'm bringing you up full screen so you can do this. Wow. Okay. That was an interesting choice
Hello?
there in the background.
Yeah, that's one of my characters. That's Elisa Masters
Yeah.
from the Amazonia series.
Okay. All right. The 3 questions are: who are you? What do you do? And how the hell did you get suckered into this show? I mean, why are you here?
Is that why you're here? Is in general or dealing with the show?
Dealing with the show.
Okay.
Why are you? If you notice, I said, how the hell did you get suckered? I mean, what are you on this show for tonight?
Well, my name is Joe D. McPhee. I am a comic book publisher. I have created 3 series: AWF, Primetime Saturday Night, and Amazonia. I have been publishing comics for like the past 13 years. I have in my repertoire, I have published 1 novel as well as helped others publish their books as well up under the CGC Studios label here. Why am I here? Because I'm part Rising Tide now, at least now. But before I was invited here, so it's like people wanted to, have me around and just enjoying merriment. So that's why I'm here.
All right. Get Chris brought back in here. Chris pushed the wrong button.
Yep.
Yeah, we call you out when you push the wrong button, Chris.
I
Except
admit
when Joe does it.
Yeah, when I do it, it's just for comedic effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you believe that, you'll buy this watch from Ted.
If you believe that, I got a mansion on the swampland that you can have.
Yeah.
Hey, now we can make a tourist attraction out of that.
And Carl Witzman says, "Welcome to the Tide, Jody."
Thank you, Carl.
Yep.
Oh,
Heavy
Lord.
Oh, and I don't know if I pulled this up or not. Our wonderful Keisha Akoff says, "Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful Keisha."
Hi, Keisha.
Yep.
Well, welcome
Yes,
to the
indeed.
show. And Ace Bonnie got the point check from Carl last night in the green room.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay, so we got another green room person. Cool.
Oh,
Wow.
he was talking up a storm.
Yep.
And
It was wonderful.
And I missed it because
Oh,
I had to be the responsible adult today.
And someday
That's
we hope to
never
get
fun.
to see Ace.
Well, give him time. I mean, the man's got to work things his own schedule. So,
Yeah, Keisha, we both missed the great debut of Ace Bonnie.
Yep.
I missed it too, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, I missed it as well. I had responsibilities I couldn't ignore either.
well,
I think yours is called J-O-B.
That's part of it. Also, I had some HallowCon related stuff and trying to get ready for today's show too. So.
Yeah, Carl says he's waiting for me to leave. Okay. Am I that intimidating?
Only when you're mad. Only when you're angry.
And trust me, Jody, you never want to see me angry.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Ask Chris.
It is a bit much for the uninitiated.
Hey, Carl, you said last night, Carl, that I needed to improve my light, so I got a new light tonight. Wondering if he was saying, Bill, I can never see your face because you got your hat on all the time, and that it covers your face. And I'm like, yes, that's the intention. But I did plug in a light, and just for Carl. Here you go, Carl. There you go. Now you can see my face.
Yeah. Carl
Really?
says
Wasn't that scary?
Carl said some woman drank a lot of whiskey and started cussing at everyone. Keisha, how dare you?
No, Keisha wasn't there.
She wasn't there.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, Keisha.
We know who that woman was.
That's understandable, Keisha.
Okay.
And all right.
Yeah, the kids do take precedence.
Yeah, kids first. And Chris will tell you, and a lot of the other people here, I've always said family first. So go take care of the offspring. I mean, children.
Keisha, there's this thing called Dimetap. Kids love it.
Especially if you mix it 50-50 with golden grain.
No,
that woman that was cussing last night in the green room, she was cussing a lot at Pops.
Oh boy.
Oh, Pops was there.
Yeah.
Pops was there. Oh, I missed
What? Wait a minute.
And Pops loved it though.
she was cussing out Pops.
How dare you?
And he was eating it up with a spoon.
Yeah. Oh.
Too bad what stays in the green was happening in the green room stays in the green room.
Yeah.
Like,
And
no
Carl says Keisha tried to be in the green room hiding in the closet, but the Rugrats found her.
Yes.
And Ace says, no, it was one of those nights where you had 4 shows going at once and had to spread yourself out a little bit last night. Okay.
Sort of like me in a comfy chair.
Why does it remind me of that commercial where the woman's looking for some alone time, so she's in the bathtub eating her cookies and stuff like that, and the kid bangs on the door and goes, "Mom, are you in there?" "It's Dad."
Oh, I think I know what commercial you're referring to.
And Donna Carly, all I'm going to say is she said he loves for him to talk to her that way, or her to talk to him that way. I'm just not going to put that up on screen.
I was come on, Joe.
He pays extra for that.
The match.
Yeah.
What happens on Stupid O'Clock? Oh, never mind.
Out on the internet.
What happens on Stupid O'Clock shows up everywhere.
What happens on Stupid O'Clock? That's fair game.
Never mind.
One of these nights I will make it to the green room.
Oh, yeah, well. All we got to do is live through the next week. Sometimes that can be challenging, but so far we've managed.
Jody, let me ask you this. With the Rising, like I said, I tried to hook this guy up with the Rising Tide Network. If you don't think you could help him, do you think there is anybody in the Rising Tide that could help an independent comic artist?
Oh, trust me, I'm going to help him. I'll probably end up hooking him up with a couple of people. If I can't use them, I know people.
That's what I told him. I said, and you know what the Rising Tide does? He says, raises all ships. Of course, he almost said stomps Tennessee, but I didn't want to go that far with it.
Man.
Don't make me go Donna on you here.
And since Josh ain't in here tonight, we can go ahead and just talk about him and say Josh is going to start his own network. Instead of Rising Tide Network, it's going to be Roll Tide Network.
Mhm.
He got enough to do just chasing the storms down.
Well,
I know his cohort on the United Weather Network did about 20 minutes ago start another live broadcast in the group down there. So they're dealing with Fred, and I guess Grace is soon to follow.
Yep. Oh, be in Las Vegas during the. Oh well, have fun in Vegas.
Yeah, no, actually, again, two places that are mutually inclusive to one another. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, or what happened in the green room stays in the green room. So why not join us in the green room while you're in Vegas? Just don't do it from a table.
Oh, that would. Wait a minute. What happens in the green room stays in the green room. What happens in. Couldn't that warp space and time both occurring at the same time?
Only if it creates a singularity.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it all depends on the hotel Wi-Fi. You know.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. If it don't, well.
Oh, that's something to think about. I like that.
Oh,
You know me. I'm going to pull something out with that.
yeah, I know, and I know where you're going to pull it from too.
I did not have I had the Armando's burger and tater tots.
That's not pulling. That's pneumatics. That's being injected. There's a difference.
Hey, Rocky, watch Joe Dog pull a rabbit out of his. Never mind.
Again?
Nothing up the sleeve.
I don't know, Mr. Know-It-All.
Got to get a new hat.
As long as methane can't be transferred over the internet, we're probably safe.
Yeah, some of my infamous stories came out over dinner tonight and after dinner in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I was, Jody, let's just say, if you ever at a convention with me and there's hotel elevators and I step off as you're getting on, don't get on.
Take the stairs.
He's left a little reminder behind.
I'm just thinking, I'm not sure if you guys remember the old Reebok commercials, Terry Tate, office linebacker.
Yeah.
There was one dealing with exactly that. Somebody farted and they left the elevator, and as soon as he stepped off, there's Terry Tate tackle, you know.
It's like, something like that, but it's not quite so physical.
Hey, there you go, Joe. You need to make up some scratch and sniff cards for Stupid O'Clock.
We are really reaching here. For what I don't know. Masks, I hope.
Yeah, Carl Whitson says the next Stupid O'Clock will be in Smell-O-Vision.
I'm gonna be gone that week.
Whatever week it happens to be.
Smell-O-Vision.
Yeah.
Smell-O-Vision.
Lewis, have you ever been to Memphis?
Yes.
The Round Hilton Hotel?
No.
Haven't seen that one? Well, no. It's like 27.
I haven't been in it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's tall. It's big. It's actually 27 stories. Well, what'd you say, Chris?
Oh, look, you'll get a kick out of it.
Oh, dear.
I'll never drink again. Oh, look, it's Fireball.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Now, what happened is the convention center had a 2-stall men's bathroom. And let's just say I knew there were not many poots left behind. So I was headed for the elevator. And luckily I caught the elevator that didn't make a stop all the way up to like the 16th floor. So let's just say I was hitting on all 8 cylinders as we were going up.
So it was a rocket-propelled elevator?
Yeah. The door opened. I mean, it's to the point that I'm up close to the door, needing out. As I bail out, this whole bunch of kids, I say kids, they were late teens, early 20s, all rush in. As the door closed, I hear one girl scream, "Oh my God! Oh, God! Any floor, any floor." And evidently, because there were so many in, I learned tonight, if there's so many people in an elevator going down, it goes to the bottom or to the lobby. Chris?
A mutual friend of ours was there when the door opened and they were screaming, "Oh my God!"
And I posted this up on YouTube and he goes, "That was you?"
What, you expected Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, I.
Oh, I got lucky that time we were at Atlanta.
Yeah.
No, it was an Acrocon. I'll take it back.
Yeah, Nacrocon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was headed up and Chris was going with me. And I said, as the door closed, I said, "Chris, I got to fart." The next floor, it opens and these three ladies step on. And it's like, oh, oh, oh. And Chris is looking at me like, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare."
The worst part is we get outside where there's trees and open air, and he lets loose, and it still smells god awful.
Leaves start falling off of the trees.
I
Paint
think
peels for
berries fell
50
off the
yards.
bushes.
Flowers.
I mean, really, I think some berries fell off the bushes.
I believe that if that was an offense, it would be declared inaudible. So,
I'm just
Ace
glad I
Bonnie
wasn't in
says
the
farting on
elevator.
an elevator is probably the worst thing you can do. It's just wrong on so many levels. Yeah. And trust me, I'll leave one
First
on
floor
every
level.
level.
Second floor level,
Take a rim
third
shot.
floor level.
Oh, okay.
That's about how much energy I got. But,
No, Carl, you don't want to do that.
No, Carl, you don't want to do that. I am specifically banned from any Taco Bell a week before HallowCon.
And anybody that brings him any pickled eggs will be answering to me.
I've never pickled eggs before.
I want pickled eggs in the con suite with all the beer.
Okay. Sweet pickled eggs, dill pickled eggs, or pepper pickled eggs?
Dill.
Don't do it, John. Don't do it.
Jody, have you ever had pickled eggs?
Not really. Nope.
Trust me, they're good. It's a hard-boiled egg that's been pickled. In dill juice. Of course, you can get, hot. Trust me. Me and hot pickled eggs, I won't do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the burn.
Do you like beets added to your pickled eggs?
No, that's...
Okay.
I hate the red pickled eggs.
Okay. Just checking.
The jokes just present themselves.
Yep.
John, if you do that,
I'm just amazed at the restraint.
They look cool,
we
though.
will surround you with people and force you to live with the results of your chicanery.
I will be bringing a cork and some duct tape, Chris.
And Michael Paul Miller says they are good. And Carl says, "I can imagine the methane from here." Why do you think I've got Elon on speed dial? Hey, Lonnie.
So he kicked you off the planet.
I just went to Taco Bell. 4 bean burritos.
There's a truck outside in 15 minutes with a hose with a very peculiar nozzle.
Yeah.
If they ever find a way to refine that, Joe, you might solve the world's energy problems.
Yep.
On the other hand, he is contributing to global warming on a galactic
Yeah.
scale.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's with the beets.
The pickled eggs and beets.
Yeah,
That
no.
just looks wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, it does.
Looks like something from Dr.
It reminds
Seuss.
you of Easter.
No, they'd be green if they're from Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Lewis, remember how the big thing about the sewer gas smells downtown was making the news?
It went away after Joe retired.
Derailed.
surprised by that.
Where's Carl's train video?
But poor Chris, as we were leaving Chattacon from the Reed House and was packing up the car to go home from the weekend, he's like, "Oh my God, the sewer gas down here is horrible." I just looked at him and went, he goes, "You're nasty."
Did I believe?
Well, remember when they were putting those huge deodorizer cakes
Yes.
in the sewer in the storm drain?
Do I remember? I was the driver delivering them. Thankfully, I wasn't the guy installing, but yes, we imagine a dump truck piled full of those. It was real bad down there.
One of those times when you'd be grateful to have my sinus condition where you can't smell a damn thing.
Chris. I think we just broke Joe D with the private chat.
I'm up here about to get ready to be so facetious and be like,
"Oh, go for it. Go for it."
Spearmint.
Oh.
Peppermint or spearmint, Chris?
Oh.
Anything's got to be better than what it's.
I'm about to say I don't think a Mentos would be strong enough for something like that.
Hey, Michael Paul Miller, says, yeah, for COVID-19, I would be the good test to see if you've got COVID-19.
Joe's at the door. Instead of taking your temperature, he just farts on you. And
if you can't smell what he's putting out,
if your eyes ain't watering, you got something. I don't know what it is, but you got something. No, I've had a severe sinus problem since bush hogging a field full of goldenrod back in the 70s. I got back to the house. My dad had to hose off the tractor to get the pollen off the damn thing. It took like hours and hours and hours, and it was the first time that I ever had to take any sinus medicine so I could breathe again. And I was only like 15.
Ace Bonnie says, have you ever seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? The old guy drops the match outside and boom. No, I'm sorry. My favorite line of Christmas Vacation. Can you guess?
Something's full.
Cheddar's full.
Yep.
I figured that was it. I'm afraid if there was an open flame near Joe, it would turn into a flamethrower.
Joe, you haven't had an RV with a black water tank. That's so fun.
What's fun is when somebody thinks it's the gas tank and tries to siphon stuff out of it.
Oh.
Well, that would be a special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of special kinds of stupid in the United States, let me tell you.
Especially down around these parts.
Yeah,
exactly.
Now,
my only problem with making pickled eggs for Joe that I can see so far is I'm going to have to find bigger jars. And that's hard to do right now.
Well, you know what you do? You go buy the big jar of dilled pickles.
But you don't have. But then you can't put the canning jar on them.
No, it comes with its own lid.
Yeah,
you don't want to reuse
jar of plastic or Clausen pickles. Take out the pickles, drop your eggs in, put the lid back on it.
You
and
don't
then
have to
and then
heat
just
seal
let
it.
then just let them sit in the fridge for about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's the other problem. That's a big damn jar to put in your fridge for 2 days.
I used to have pickled peppers in one of those jars. It was like a 3-gallon jar.
Were they picked by Peter Piper?
No, they was picked by me.
Carl.
And
Good night, Carl.
First of all, Peter Piper would
Right,
pick
Carl.
the pickled peppers because you pick the pickles to pepper. So Peter Piper would have picked the peppers to pickle.
Perhaps he just went to the grocery store and.
But nobody does that anymore. So Peter Piper goes to the produce section and gets pickles that are already peppered. So
pre-peppered.
But how did he get to a
I got
pack?
nothing.
And
I mean,
Lewis,
pack-
your
a pack
video
is-
has locked up.
Not on mine.
Yeah, it did on our side.
oh,
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm looking at me, and I'm talking with my hands like I'm Italian or something.
But yeah, it just went.
That's probably on your side then.
Well,
Yeah, sounds like your problem, Joe.
while
I've
we're
got
talking
plenty-
about
Hey, that's what we're talking about. I've got problems, and I got plenty of them. I'm not afraid to share them on the internet.
you're not afraid to share them in person on the elevator either.
Yeah, nope.
That's the problem.
well, while
That's
we're
the
talking
thing,
about
is
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickles or whatever it was. Did you ever hear the one of Peter Purcell Patterson had a pet pig named Porky? And this pet pig named Porky liked pies. He liked pumpkin pie, pizza pie, pineapple pie. But Peter Purcell Patterson's pet pig named Porky loved pie for breakfast, pie for lunch, pie for supper, and pie before he went to bed. But Peter Percival Patterson's pet pig named Porky ate so many pies. You know what he did? He popped.
That's all, folks.
No, the only Porky I know is this guy.
Mhm. Uh-oh. I know what he's going to do. I know it.
You thought I was going to say,
I know
son
it.
of a bitch.
I'm waiting. Maybe they already banned Joe and he can't do it.
Believe it or not, Joe, the first time I ever saw that clip was when I worked at Channel 12,
Yeah.
and somebody found that clip and put it at the end of our Christmas blooper reel.
Yeah.
At the Christmas party, we would always put together a blooper reel of all the screw-ups during the year. I thought I was going to die. I had never seen that before, and this was like mid-'90s that I saw it for the first time. That was before YouTube or anything. So,
Well, you saw it was in black and white, so you know it was one of the original ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure it was Mel Blanc voicing it.
Oh yeah. That was probably their Christmas reel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the first time I saw it was out at Comedy Catch in the pre-show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Michael Alphonse loved that one. Oh,
Well, have you been out there recently to see their new video screen?
no.
Need to go.
Where is it? On Power Alley or?
Mm-hmm. No, it's over by the station house.
Oh, Station House. Station House.
used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've got a huge video screen now up on the wall where they do the pre-show, and then they have the current comic that's on stage projected up there. I gave him that screen.
Oh, is it?
It
part
was
of-
left over from the IMAX.
Oh, so it was part of your deck screen.
Well, it was part of the larger piece that my deck screen came from.
Oh.
My deck screen's 10 feet wide. The original piece was much, much larger than that.
Oh.
I had it
Billboard
rolled
size.
out in my backyard. It covered a very good percentage of my backyard, and I cut it up. And I mean, you know, these movie screens are really thick material, and they're perforated. You can't see it from the cheap seats, but they're actually perforated, and that makes it really easy to cut because you just have to follow the dots. So I was able to cut it in nice straight lines and roll it up, and so I've got a spare in case anything happens to my to
that
the
one.
Skydeck cinema screen. I've got a spare, but I also gave Michael Alfano a screen to hang up on his wall because he was just projecting on a blank wall.
Brick wall.
Like crap. Yeah. So
Now,
he was
where do you
supposed to-
find something like that, Lewis?
Well, my wife works for the Tennessee Aquarium, which owns the IMAX theater, and her office is actually on the 3rd floor of the IMAX theater building. And a few years back, when they were replacing the screen, they were upgrading the projector, replacing the screen. It was going to be a little bit more reflective and all that. And when they took the old screen out, they put it in a dumpster. Now, this is a 6-story tall screen, so they had to cut it up into fairly manageable pieces. But she found out that they were throwing it away, and she asked Tom Benson, "Hey, would it be an awful thing if my husband came by and dumpster dive for the scraps?" He says, "No." He says, "We're running out of room in the dumpster anyway." So I went that night after work, and she had a Subaru Outback at the time. I just loaded the back of that Subaru with as many pieces of movie screen as I could fit in there, and yeah, that was cool.
I imagine so. Yeah.
And it's an awesome screen. It's a very high quality screen. I've got a 1080p projector that when you throw that image up there, it's like you're at the movie theater.
Cool.
And I have a Bose Wave radio that I play the audio through, so it's like
That sounds like the kind of thing I should do for my wife. She loves watching her stuff, but she complains that the entertainment center is too small for a new, bigger TV set.
mm-hmm.
I'd have to rebuild the entertainment center, which means I would have to find places for like 4 different stereo speaker cabinets, and they're good sized speaker cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I'd just get her something that would roll down from the ceiling and put a projector up there. So,
Well, that would certainly work.
yeah.
My wife told me, once the flat screen started coming out and all that, I'm talking about getting, a good 56 to 60 inch TV. She says, "We don't need a TV that big in the living room. I don't want the neighbors watching." I said, "Okay." She says, "A 32 will be big enough." So I got the wall mount and everything and put the 32 inch screen up on the wall. Problem was, she wanted the sofa on the other side of the living room. 2 months, she says, "We need a bigger TV." I said, "No, you said that was big enough." She said, "I can't see it." You said that was big enough.
Oh man, I got a 32 inch in the guest room.
Yeah. Now there's a 56 hanging on the wall. Yeah, it was. For some reason, my TV in the bedroom kept getting unplugged.
Really? And what reason would that be?
I don't know. I think the cat was doing it. That's what she says anyway.
Sure, blame it on the cat.
Let's not. I'm tired of blaming shit on the cat.
The cat ain't that damn big.
No, but he thinks he is.
And he's not an electrician either, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know one of her chihuahuas is about to die if he unplugs the refrigerator again.
Ooh, that could get expensive real quick.
Yeah.
Dang, dog.
That's a big television.
What?
It's huge.
What's a big television? Where?
Oh, Donna's comment.
A 100? Why didn't you just go ahead and get 9 of them and cover the wall?
Yeah.
Hey, you can get that reflector paint and just go ahead and well, that would, you'd have to take down some bookshelves. Oh my goodness.
I missed a comment here.
Mhm.
Michael Paul Miller, I don't know what the context is. We've already lost it. He said California's full of them. I don't know.
Well, you can make up your own answer to that, and you probably wouldn't be wrong.
I'm wondering if that was dealing with the people concept.
Yeah. Could have been.
And Donna Carly says it wasn't a TV. She didn't. Oh. Sorry, the Armandos is fighting back.
Not giving me any difficulty.
They said, do you want onions on? I said, yeah, give me a slice, and they did. It wasn't a couple rings. It was a slice of onion.
Well, yeah, that's what you asked for.
Yeah.
And obviously it wasn't a Vidalia.
I guess not. It tasted like one.
No, well.
Oh.
My condolences.
So we know Taco Bell's out the question, and with that comment, I know White Castle is out of the question.
They don't call them sliders for nothing.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, crystals is usually referred to as gut bombs.
Yeah, they're the low grade slider.
Hey, get what you can get.
Yeah, Jody, the difference between Crystal and White Castle is Crystal gives you all the patty, not cuts all holes in them.
Right.
You get all the meat from Crystal.
Mm-hmm. I know. I had both.
Yeah. Which is better?
To me, I like White Castle a little bit better than Crystal, only because of the cooking method. There's holes in that meat for a reason, because of how they make them. So you get all of that oniony goodness throughout the whole patty.
Good to know.
Let's just say there was some interview on, actually it was Lewis's radio station, when they had Crystal in there, and there was a study. Were you working there at the time, Lewis?
Mm-mm.
But they won't say which college it was, but there was an unofficial study about crystals and alcohol consumption after 3 a.m.
Could have done that at University of Georgia.
Well, they didn't say which university, but the results were quite interesting. And Crystal says, we don't want that released.
So obviously the plumbing bill for the university went up on those.
I can tell you, I can tell you from experience, you do not want to eat a dead crystal. When you wake up the next morning and you've got a leftover crystal or two on the table,
don't eat them.
Don't be tempted.
Microwave
It's
them.
dead. Leave it alone.
They sometimes put them in the vending machines at work. I buy something else.
What?
Crystal is the breakfast of champions.
Oh, man.
Now,
if you can eat that for breakfast, you can survive just about anything.
Now,
you know that you're talking to someone that used to go on 4-hour combat patrols to another fob that had a Burger King, buy a bag of Whoppers, drive another 4 hours back through a combat zone to get to your own base, and people would pay you $10, $20, whatever they just happen to have in their wallet at the time, for a 5-hour-old Whopper.
Yep.
That's been through a war zone.
That's covered in sand. I mean, it's it's like
Right.
Oh, you didn't fold the top of the bag over?
it doesn't matter.
Um,
You can take something to Iraq, put it in, before you leave the United States, put it in a Ziploc bag, close the Ziploc bag, put it inside another Ziploc bag, close the Ziploc bag, put it inside a footlocker, close the footlocker, put it inside a shipping container, ship it to Iraq. When you finally get there and get your footlocker back, open the footlocker, pull out the Ziploc bag, and they're both full of sand.
Wow.
You don't know how it got in there, but it's in there.
when I was
Probably
in back in
something
the
to do
late
with
70s, the aircraft carrier USS Saratoga, their recreation and welfare fund, which is their kind of a slush fund for all the little essentials and the profits from the ship store and all that. Their recreation and welfare fund actually bought a McDonald's franchise. They became a McDonald's franchise. There was a McDonald's on board the Saratoga.
Wow.
Well, the headroom.
What?
The freaking
The
aircraft
Navy
carrier,
makes
right?
very efficient use of all space on board ship. Let's
What?
put it that way.
No.
Somehow I can picture
No
somebody
orange
going,
Julius?
I'd like to get that. I'd like to get that Big Mac to go.
120 miles an hour off the cat.
Excuse me. The question. Sorry about that. Is Donna still in the room?
Oh
think
no,
she
Carl
is.
went to bed, but she didn't say
Yeah.
anything.
I thought they both said they were going to bed, but
She did
we'll
answer,
find out.
6
No,
minutes
she posted 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Carl
need to-
just said, "Okay, boys and Donna, I probably need to get to bed."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
just like to feel the
She
chat.
may have chased Carl to bed for just a minute
Yeah.
or 45 seconds. But
Yeah, she's here.
oh, she's here. Good.
Yep, she's here.
Yep.
Flying solo on a rocket sled.
Hey,
Mhm.
Donna, all I'm going to say is Chris told me to post this for you. Yeah, I'm throwing your ass under the bus for this one, buddy.
Hey, it's funny.
I don't think that's going to make much of an impact.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, that Chris wanted Donna to see that. So
I
I did it.
actually had another friend that she was fine until she started drinking Fireball, and then she would drink and drink and drink, and that's. I actually sent it to another friend who got a kick out of it because he knows what I was talking about.
and I'll tell you someone that also fits. And it's another redhead we know, Chris.
Okay.
The Mickey.
I didn't know she liked Fireball.
Yeah. And she
Non-alcoholic called cinnamon.
Donna, and another thing, now maybe Donna's heard of this or not. Another favorite of Mickey's is rum chata.
Oh, man.
Mm.
There is a drink that someone got me to try one time. It had rum chata, and I can't remember the other two ingredients, but it was surprisingly good.
Yeah, rum chata tastes like a cinnamon bun
Well,
attached to the hoof of a mule.
Well, the rum chata, the other two things that were, dulled the cinnamon, so you didn't taste it as strongly, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Donna says that's good. It's a good liqueur to put in your coffee. Oh, it's a shame I don't drink that much anymore.
I'll stick with Kahlua.
You really?
If y'all haven't noticed, I've been sort of standing up and stretching,
Mhm.
showing.
To show off your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Mo Howard for the win.
Oh, Jody, you really didn't notice the shirt? It's not Mo Howard.
It's not.
Look very closely.
Oh, it's all three of them.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Now, but look real close. It's not all three Stooges.
Right, you got Jason as Curly.
Yeah. Leatherface.
And
Larry.
And Mo is
Michael Myers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I always have my artists do something. There is always a joke in my artwork every year.
Okay, maybe it's time for me to play Guess the Theme.
We got a visitor from HallowCon's.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh. Welcome to the show, Josh Waltrip. Josh is the head of the Saudi Daisy Anime Club. And shut up, Ace. Shut up, Ace.
No,
Lewis has already busted me on that several times.
Joe Dog does the one cheek sneak, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you see Joe Dog leaning,
especially if I'm mute,
especially if he mutes his mic, yeah.
Yep, he's gonna have to repaint the wall on the side he's leaning towards or away from.
I'm surprised he didn't have to repatch the chair.
And oddly enough, muting the mic never works.
Yeah.
It comes across on seismographs all over the globe.
Yeah.
Joe,
Hey,
they
Joe.
figured you out, I believe.
Yeah.
Small eggs, medium eggs, large eggs, or extra large eggs?
John, give it a rest.
Mhm.
Please, for the love of God.
You can get more into the jar with smalls.
That's what I was thinking. But then you got to eat more of them.
John,
Yeah.
you're going to be met at the door with an armed guard, and you're going to get strip search going into the hotel.
I am the armed guard. Remember?
No, the hotel staff will have their own.
They won't know.
Look at Chris.
Sure, they do know.
Chris
We're
is like, I will kill you, John.
You're going to see the Oakland Raiders front line coming at you when you get out of the car.
By the way, okay, no, shoot, I got to pull it up.
In that room that next day.
This will be a sign posted at HallowCon in several locations. I've refined it. Chris knows what it will be, but this will be posted. And I'm going to throw this out on all my platforms. This is what will be posted. Ooh, I even put it on Dan's pages. Oh, well.
Oh. Believe me, I believe I could use that sign on all my pages.
Yeah. And this is what it says for those that are sort of listening. It says, please keep all in capital letters, political beliefs at home or take them there immediately.
I wish you could bold that all and underline it.
It will be on the sign.
Make it in red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see if this works. Okay, Joe?
All right.
Wait a minute. Wait. Got to scroll down. Okay. This is today's revision. God only knows what Brian's going to hit me with next week, but there we go.
Oh, I'm up there.
Yes, you are. And you're quite welcome to grab your own copy of this. I've got it on my website where I can upload it anytime I need a correction, and anybody in Rising Tide can download it from there no cost, no fees, no fuss, no muss. But anytime somebody changes something, and I get told about it, I will correct this and put it there for all to use on all of their shows.
I know that show.
Dan Darden says, "Can you add religion to that as well?"
Well, there's a lot of people that.
Wow.
Okay, got derailed there.
I don't know who Dan Darden is. He's coming from Facebook. Is that one of your friends?
You know Dan. You met him at HallowCon's so many times, and he and his wife, I'm sure, have been to LibertyCon at least once. Tammy and Dan.
Actually, Dan, I think we have less to worry about that than we do the other.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest with you.
And of course, Josh has it perfect. He says, "I never keep political beliefs at home or in public anyway. They're all in a safe that I purposely forgot the combination for." Okay, Dan, I'm going to take it as that. But the thing is, realize it's been 2 years since I've seen most of you guys. I probably know you more by face, and right now I can't see who you are through our page because we're actually streaming into 8 different pages right now.
Yeah. Well,
he is on Dan's Facebook page.
Okay.
Yep. You might remember Dan because he is extremely tall. I mean, I just barely.
Wait a minute, Tammy Darden.
Yeah.
Does she normally handle? I'm trying to run the politically correct term. Accessibility at Anachrocon or
that and the official greeter hospitality sort of thing. And
okay, but she was sort of in charge of accessibility for panels and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know who Dan is now. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I just barely come up to his waist. You just barely come up to his kneecaps.
Okay. Yeah. I know who Dan is now. Okay. It's just one of those.
Yep.
I have
without a photograph there that's large enough to make any sense out of it.
I have the problem that there are people that I know from the convention when I'm sober, and there are people that I know from the convention when I'm not sober, and never the twain shall cross.
Yeah.
I've solved that problem by never being sober.
Yeah, we've noticed.
Josh's 8 streams.
Where'd that come
some
from?
Some of them go to Facebook, some of them go to YouTube, some of them go to Twitch.
And I've got 4 on Facebook, 3 on YouTube, and 1 on Twitch. Wow. Right now, simultaneously broadcasting. And that was one of the reasons I was able to actually continue broadcasting for 49 hours with HallowCon.
Virtual show last year.
The virtual show.
Dan, you're not that tall. Paul Bunyan only comes up to your shoulders. Seriously.
That felt so much better.
Oh.
God, Joe, I had the show potted down a little bit, and just as I turn it up, you belch. Holy crap, man!
Would you rather have had it from the other end, Lewis?
I can't smell, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
and
somewhere
Lewis,
in
that
the
was
distance, Godzilla goes. Excuse me, was that a challenge?
You won't have to smell it. You just look for the mushroom cloud over Chattanooga.
Josh.
Yeah, it's green in color. And
I don't know which page you're following us on right now on YouTube. The Twitch is HallowCon Online. And I want to get with you because Josh is a one of these guys that for fun will get on Twitch and call telemarketers.
Oh,
I imagine
nice.
that's entirely too entertaining for my own good.
Yeah. I will pull this up real quick. Twitch.tv/HallowCon Online.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you, John.
And Josh, I'm going to tell you, when you if you ever get the extended car warranty people, I've told these guys what I do to them. And Josh, this is one I give you full permission to use. You got to get your acting chops down. But it is, I've been, we want to talk to you about your extended warranty on such vehicle. Oh my God, why do you people keep calling and bringing this up? That vehicle was destroyed in an accident that killed my wife. Why do you keep wanting to bring this up to people? It just, and start crying. All these, I try so hard to forget these memories, and you keep calling me. Please stop. And I swear to God, you'll hear the people start crying. Oh my God, sir, I'm so sorry. Please. No, I'm tired of this. I mean, and if you've got a balloon handy, pop the balloon and drop the phone.
Jody, yep. Joe takes full advantage of StreamYard.
Yeah.
I just wish a
Joe
certain
D.
person was here. I just wish a certain person was here.
Yeah, because Joe D has one of the major warranties.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at Josh's. Joe D has also won the major award from StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
You see his coffee mug. Of course, behind me there's lots of major awards. Pull me up solo real big. Ignore the mess around. There's the StreamYard t-shirt, the StreamYard duck, 2 StreamYard mugs. I have a other StreamYard shirt, and there's a hoodie in the closet waiting for one.
And why I'm the center of attention, I will never know.
That was a hoodie.
Joe also won Dan Hollifield from StreamYard.
Yeah.
Man, that's not an easy prize to win, let me tell you.
All right, Kiri Bloodrose, is that you, Josh? I think that's his anime character.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did I wind up over in the corner?
Poor Chris walked up on a conversation I was having with Josh about a particular project me and him may start working on, and he looked at me like, I'm going to kick your ass tomorrow.
I believe he can.
He probably could.
Probably. Depends on how determined he is. But
yeah. Chris is looking at me like,
why me?
Why me? You are stupid. No.
That's insane, Joe. It's not stupid.
Yeah, that's insanity. Something that me and Kiri Bloodrose here has said are cooking up something that could fill a large hole in the convention market right now in this area. Joe Dog would fart and Chris would run. No.
There's sometimes I can't outrun it, and I can move fairly fast for a white boy.
Oh.
You just needed a
That is some
man to
powerful
blow it the
stuff.
other way.
I think that would violate several strategic arms limitation talks.
Jody.
Joe started an international incident.
Jody, I'm just going to tell you, mine have known to go upwind.
Wow, that's
And-
powerful.
And
That's
Chris,
powerful.
upwind, outdoors at a state park.
Yeah.
They don't let him stand too close to the barbecue grill anymore.
Jody, just put it this way. Joe McKill is the real reason why everybody's got to leave Afghanistan right now. Has
And
nothing
Ace
to do with the Taliban or anybody. I mean,
Ace Bonnie
Maybe
says
that's
Joe
the reason
Dog.
why the Taliban is attacking.
Ace Bonnie says Joe Dog probably crop dusted. On this incident, no, it was not a crop dust. This was a detonation downwind.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ace Bonnie, if you're a wrestling fan, it is almost the equivalent of a DDT.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't think DDT would kill that.
No. Just to give
I'm
you.
not talking about the chemical. I'm talking about the wrestling move.
Yeah.
I was talking about chemical warfare.
I know.
just that's probably why every time Joe Dog does the little sneak peek thing, he yells out "Super kick."
No, I'm going to give you guys a very good hint. If you're ever with me and I'm going, who's making popcorn? Run.
I'm going to have to go to the storeroom Monday morning
your
and get
breath
myself
and
one of
run.
those chemical, biological, and nuclear masks to carry to HallowCon's.
Somebody said, ask if, do you smell cookies? No, it's popcorn because everybody knows the smell of popcorn. So it's one of those popcorn. Oh, dear God, you asshole.
Yes.
Carl Witzman just woke up and said, "Oh, I got to get popcorn tomorrow." Okay.
Jody, this is how bad it was one time. I got saved by some women that got on an elevator with me. Joe managed to hold it till we were at, I think it was Atlanta Airport Hilton.
Yeah.
We went outside in open air, huge volume of air, crisp spring day. I could not escape the aroma outdoors with all that open air. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
And the thing was, when they got on, I mean, these were Delta Airline stewardess.
Oh, yeah. They were classy ladies, and Joe performed admirably in holding it.
These were possibly former Playboy bunnies now working as Delta Airline stewardesses.
Oh, they were pretty.
I mean, they were probably the international flight stewardess. They weren't the, the puddle jumpers.
Right.
These were the, holy crap, these were the stewardess guys would flirt with the whole trip. As we got on the elevator and it closed, I told Chris, and we were actually going down to the next floor. And I told Chris, I said, "You're in for a good one. I got a fart." He goes, "Oh, dear God, Joe, don't." That almost that time I felt it slow down. It's like, shit. The door opened and these supermodel stewardesses step on. And it's like, oh, shit. all the way down, and Chris is looking at me like, oh, and I'm going, and Chris is looking at me like, yeah. Chris is enjoying this. We get outside, and I said, oh, God. It wasn't, the long, it was up, and it was everywhere.
You
It was
cannot
the-
outrun it, no matter how fast you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jody, you know that movie, The Fog. Yeah, that was Joe.
I'm just thinking Nutty Professor right now, the Eddie Murphy.
Mm.
I was thinking. I was thinking the labyrinth and the bog of eternal stench.
That's worse.
It's
Jody?
more like blazing saddles than you would ever be able to imagine.
You say Mo and
He's a
Carl
more
Lewis
me.
could not get away from that. That's how bad it is.
Well,
Josh, please tell me you didn't talk to them about this. They will bring up something a lot better than I can offer, but all's good. But I'm going to tell you, I'll run a better show. And Nicholas Anthony Tucker.
Yes.
And he says, hope y'all are having a good night. He's exhausted from his first real practice in nearly 2 years.
hey, we all are.
Yeah, Nick,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I am exhausted from my first con doing actual promotion in 2 years.
Yep.
And I think the problem I'm having is the after con meal with some great friends. First time I've done that in nearly 2 years. I made the mistake of having them put too much onions on the burger. Oh,
It was good, though.
they were good.
Well, I shall return presently. I have to go and perpetuate a stereotype.
Beer rental.
I'm exhausted from. I've been working and will be working tomorrow morning too, so that's why I can't be on Dan's show tonight.
Yeah.
Helping Laura with a pretty big estate sale that we're trying to get ready, and we got to go through. And this lady collected everything. I mean everything. And then her husband ran a standard service station, which turned into an Amico service station later on.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has buku collection of tools and toolboxes and cabinets, everything that came from the service station, and ended up in his garage. And so we're going through and cleaning things up and labeling things and trying to get things ready for this estate sale that's going to be in 2 weeks. And right now it doesn't look like we have enough time to do it, but we're going to do it because we have to. So it's going to be a lot of 9 to 5 hours for about the next 2 weeks to do it. But,
and Donna Carly says she feels for you, but she doesn't miss working estate sales at all.
Yeah, I'm just helping them on this one and that. I'm not become part of the. Well, I kind of become part of the crew, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Of course, Chris. Do you remember when the guy ticked me off at? This may be before. This is when Dutch was still running HallowCon. The guy at Chattacon.
I don't know if I was there, but I think I heard a little bit about it. I don't know all the details.
Yeah, the guy brought this up, made me reminded me of this. And he was already packing. I said, "No, you're already packing up, but I want to look at your tauntaun here for a second." He goes, "Yeah, it's still for sale, and I could probably come off the price." Of course, I couldn't afford to buy anything today.
Mm-hmm.
I told him up front, I said, I can't afford to buy anything today. I mean, I'm just now starting to recover from all that I've lost over the last 2 years trying, to survive. And he goes, I understand. And then the story popped in my mind of a leather vendor at Chattacon. He had these, it was like a leather strap thing with a glass vial, to hold your beverages.
Oh, okay.
With the little cork in, sort of medieval and all that. I want 30. He goes, they're $30. And, this was Sunday as he was packing.
How hectic.
Kind of hectic. And, he was ready to go. But, usually that's the day you can, haggle with the vendors. I said, would you take 20 for one of them? He said, for $20, I'd take a hammer and bust all of them.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Sam?
Why do you not turn that off like everybody else does our own devices?
Because it's too much fun, because it just randomly talks to me. But Dutch, who used to run HallowCon, always has a toolkit with him at the thing. And I walked out to Dutch and I said, have you got the hammer with you? And he goes, yeah. I said, can I borrow it for a minute? He goes, what are you going to do? I said, I just need to borrow it for a minute. He goes, okay. He hands me the hammer. I walk in there, lay the 20 on the table and the hammer on top of it. And I said, get to work.
That's how angry you were. Wow.
And the guy looked at me. And the people around him busted out laughing. And somebody says, called your bluff. I said, yeah. Needless to say, I've not seen the guy back at another convention. Dan, does that sound like something I would do?
It sounds a little mild for you, but yeah.
That sounds like something you would do.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would do.
I gave him the $20 bill and the hammer. And he was like, you could see the look of, he wanted to say, F off, but I think I'm the first guy the first person that's ever called his bluff on anything.
The thing with that kind of arrogance is, well, $20 instead of leaving with all of your merchandise intact.
Yeah. Josh me over how he does his scam bait calls. Cool. I actually want to help you with that if possible. And Hectic from the Launchpad Discord page has jumped in and say, hey, welcome Hectic. Glad to see you here.
Yeah.
And Nick's going, damn. Nick, I know you probably appreciated me pulling that one. Mm-hmm. And A said, I would have sold you one for 20. Yep.
Yeah, well, anybody with common sense would. It's packing up and leaving the con time. Any money you make while you're packing your stuff up is golden.
Yeah.
All you got to do is not have your ego get in the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I literally gave comic books away when I was in New York because I didn't want to take them back home. I didn't want to take them back home. I didn't want to pack them up. It's like I left them out there on the table. It's like here with a sign here, they're free.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that happened today at this show. Some guy yelled, I don't know if you heard it, Chris. This guy goes, this is what left. I don't want to take it home. Take what you want. Of course, one dumbass walked over and grabbed the whole freaking box and walked off. Wouldn't let anybody go through them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you need somebody to do the flying tackle and the taser.
Yeah. Body block.
And Nick Tockert says he was a dumbstruck dirtbag. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. pretty much. Nobody has ever managed to come back from Joe Dog pulling their bluff. It's one of those things where you either have to ignore him, do what he said, or shoot him. Most people do the ignoring part, but they're very embarrassed about it.
Yeah. Nick says some of his best commissions have happened at cons. Yeah.
They're a great place to network and meet people.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah.
And Lewis knows. Lewis has actually fell for some of my little tricks too. You see the look? I mean,
only once.
Look
only
over
once
his
per
glasses.
trick. Only once per trick, I bet.
and the my favorite is always the Seymours.
Yeah, I fell for one of those.
I know better.
You did that
Twice
this week.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I go, wait a minute. Who posted this? Scroll up. Joe. Yeah,
Yep.
I know what that is. Scroll down.
And
Scroll
the thing
down.
is, one of these days, Joe is going to actually post something that's profound and life-changing, and not a damn soul's going to read it because they know Joe.
Yeah, really.
That reminds me of that joke about the Ethiopian prince that keeps trying to send everybody money, and all you got to do is put a check in the bank. And it shows him sitting in front of his computer in Ethiopia, looking at his mom, going, "I can't understand why these people won't take my money."
What I like is the one that they went to his house after he died, and there's like $50 billion in small bills sitting around in a room in the apartment, and well, he couldn't give it away. I mean, seriously.
Well, Joe, Steve, the one of our former attendees from Alabama, he sometimes likes posting, "Yes, I do believe in the Nigerian prince, and he does want to give me his money." He's posted that a few times over the years.
Now, which friend from Alabama? There's Fritz.
Steve, wasn't it?
What?
Steve, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Totally in character.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Nick goes, Lewis, the long-suffering Lee.
Aye, that.
Of course, the one trick that I pulled that made Lewis the maddest is Chrome has installed a new update. Press Alt F4 to install or to activate.
I don't know if I ever fell for that one.
Yeah, that's the one you've cussed me out for the most.
Oh. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
You told me if you could have found me that day, you would have killed me.
It can still happen.
Lewis, you might have made some friends that day.
Yeah, I just need everybody to install the new Chrome or activate the new Chrome update. You press Alt F4. And I'm just watching our number count.
It keeps dropping because people are doing what you said.
Don't tell them that's a joke.
Oh, Lord. I wonder how many actually try that.
You would be surprised how many people cussed me out over that one.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
I did
learn early on.
Anything he says.
I did learn early on that if you have a video, never ever have the audio turned on. I did find that out and have lived by that for quite a while now.
Mm-hmm.
What's some of the other stuff that I've done?
He started off so innocently with the Rick rolls, and then things kind of avalanched from there.
On the Rick rolls.
I mean, one of my favorites when I was actually getting up at the normal working people hours is Tuesday morning and say, "Happy Monday, everybody."
Oh yeah, I know you used to do that. I'm like, what the heck's he talking about? And I'm
Maybe
like, oh
because
yeah, he's
Tuesday is
pulling
the first
somebody's
day of
leg.
his week is a Monday for him. I have a person that I work with would say something like that.
Mm.
John Pica told me Happy Monday the other day, and it was Thursday.
Yeah, but he's off in a different time zone from
I was going to say,
everybody
just
else.
saying, but
And then you got me. I can't get the Saturday Night Grand Ole Opry till Thursday afternoon.
oh,
I'm so
Chris,
far out in the sticks.
Chris just hit Alt 4, Alt F4.
No, Chris is just sorry, guys.
Oh wow, Chris is doing that too, huh?
That one took a that one snuck out.
No, I was trying to deal with a cat who's wanting to get into something.
Oh,
Oh, well.
it's a cat. They're always trying to get into something.
Yeah, we got one out on the front porch that's trying to get into something, but I won't open the door to let her come in and get into whatever it is she wants to get into. Trouble is, if we put her in the pen with all the rest of the cats,
You'll get more kittens.
Oh Lord, no! All of them are fixed except for one male. All the females are fixed, and all the other males are fixed. No, she'll go straight to the one gap next to the back gate, and go right on out, and come back around and beg to get back on the porch. Don't ask me why. I'm not a specialist in cat psychology.
No.
Well, if you ever find one, let me know. I will show you a liar.
Well, that's the thing about it. The cats can hold to certain patterns, but if they decide they want to be contrary and different and to make a liar out of you, they will do it oftentimes.
Yeah, we used to have one. 99 times out of 100, they'd hit the litter box. The 100th time, it was behind the couch.
Yep.
Of course,
if there's something that you may not be aware of that you've done that they can't stand or take offense to.
Well, I've learned we've got a self-cleaning litter box.
The dogs eat it, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to have to give them a real Tootsie Roll because I think the cats are lying to them.
They are, but they probably have more trouble chewing the Tootsie Rolls than what the cats have been leaving for them.
I mean, I'm just thinking, does the sugar content kills them because it's chocolate?
Yeah, probably would. Yeah.
I had a husky.
Well, no, a Tootsie Roll. It's plastic. It's chocolate flavored plastic, but it's still plastic.
Yeah, there's some milk chocolate. It's not the full.
Yeah.
Now, I did have a husky Akita. Chris remembers the dog. Gorgeous white, all white husky Akita mix with the bluest eyes you've ever seen and the biggest attitude. When we would go for car rides, when we'd come home, we'd go by the same convenience store every time. Once a week, I'd always stop in there and get her an ice cream sandwich. One day, I didn't stop to get her the ice cream sandwich. We make it half a block down the road. I've got a 25-pound husky Akita with her head stuck between the front seats, looking at me like, "Did you forget something?" I had to turn around because it scared me.
She was a big, beautiful dog, and she had an attitude.
Joe would have married that dog if he could.
I love that dog. I miss that dog.
Yeah.
And Nick Talker goes, "Ooh, Tootsie Rolls and grape nuts." Yep, pretty much.
That's an interesting combination because I don't like grape nuts.
No. It's basically the contents of a litter box from a limited IQ point of view.
No, but that is a painful lesson and an expensive one, Kerry.
What?
Right above Nicholas.
Oh yeah. Does anybody remember when people would post pics on the Facebook saying to update your iPhone, you put it in the microwave to update the iOS? Oh.
Yeah, I had a former coworker that would say something along the lines of "You damn dumbass," if you fell for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Jody, I'm gonna have to find that picture again of my big white dog, just to tell you what an asshole this dog was.
It answered to the name asshole.
And she came to the name asshole. She knew. We went to. I just had her cleaned. The day before. Took her, had her groomed, washed, everything. Nails trimmed, all the neat, smelly stuff. Made her beautiful. We went to the doggy park. At the doggy park, they had a water fountain. And instead of somebody filling it there up, they just filled it up and made a puddle at the bottom. The dog goes over, takes her, a couple licks of water, looks at me, and starts digging in the mud puddle. Makes her a hole, about yay deep. And then looks back at me again. And I'm going, don't you dare. No. Ozza, no. As I'm trying to run this was back when I had a good back and two good legs. I was running to catch her. I almost get to her. She looks at me, looks back at the puddle, and sticks her whole head in. I mean, almost up to the ears. Comes back out and looks back up at me.
What you gonna do now?
I almost was banned from the doggy park because of the language I used.
Wow.
I went from, oh, you're such a loving, you. I think I made up words to call this dog.
Probably.
Oh. Tonight has been a good show.
Yep. Let's just on that last story. Let's just say that that's the only time I've ever seen that Samuel L. Jackson file a cease and desist order on somebody.
Hey, Samuel, I'm going to bed.
Good night. Hit that sack hard.
That's a new one.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Mine answered too.
I'm glad I ain't got one.
All right, did you mute it,
Hey,
Lewis?
get this, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Ziggy, what's the weather tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Rockville, you'll see lots of clouds and thunderstorms, and can expect a high of 84 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of...
You can change the name of your Alexa to Ziggy now. For all the Quantum Leap fans.
I
was hoping that was what you were. Yeah.
Now, do you do it through the phone app, or how do you get it to activate?
Yeah, you can do it through the phone app.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Samuel, I'm going to bed.
Good night. Good night. Take care.
Mine say good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
All right. Let's go again. Hey, Samuel. Good night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Good night. Hasta mañana.
Hey, Samuel. Good night.
Rest well.
Well,
he's being polite.
I'm gonna mute mine.
He's being polite. I'm waiting for the EMF to come out.
Go the fuck to bed.
I'm waiting.
Thanks,
Just-
Chris.
just-
I can pull that one up real quick.
Yeah.
Just takes a minute to get it loaded in.
Yeah, I was trying to help you out.
I appreciate that.
Have him read the bedtime story to you.
All right, Jody. This is the dog I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, that's her in her active mode.
Active. Not her inactive, her active mode.
Hey, Samuel, what's in your wallet?
If it's the one that says bad motherfucker, you better give it back.
No, one time, Jody, I threw her a treat. She was laying there, sort of looking at me. So I threw her a treat. She took her tongue to get it. Didn't even lift her head. Took her tongue and licked the floor and to draw it in so she could eat it.
Wow.
Now, is that lazy?
Yes, that's very lazy.
Yeah, I used to say the dog's so lazy she won't even wag her tail.
I'm just too relaxed and comfortable to wag my tail. I don't care if I'm happy.
Oh, and we got some more comments. Sorry about that. And Josh goes, "Oh, doggo." Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Oz has been gone a year and a half, and I'm going to thank you again, Chris, for that day. I appreciate that so much.
Man, she was heavy.
She was not a little dog. And the day I brought her home, she slept in a ball cap.
And despite her stubbornness and being an asshole, she could be very sweet and loving too.
Yep.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
what's that?
Oh dear. Yep. Well, thanks for that reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dan's got to open another tab, and
It's no problem. It's easier this way. I can listen to High Flight, and when I know everything's ready to just go, boom, I can go ahead and click go live and forget to click it a second time. I'm getting used to this stuff, though.
yeah. Do y'all have? I don't think Chris has the link.
I don't think Jody does either.
Do you want to pop
I'm
onto?
going to bow out for the second show because I got to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I've been having fun.
Yeah.
Jody,
Oh, yeah.
we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Don't be a stranger. If you ever see us on and go, this is too much fun, shoot me a message and I'll have a link to you before you can blink.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we enjoyed having you on here tonight.
I don't think he can have it to you before you blink. We'll get it to you pretty quick.
Right.
Exactly. That's pretty quick though.
Yeah.
Can't beat the speed of Lint.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, did you tell Phil who you saw today?
Yeah, I showed him the picture
Okay.
with Robert
That
Lamb.
was very cool.
Yeah. I told him I'm taking this picture just to show a friend of mine named Bill Sartain. And he just, because he likes the old Saturday morning cartoons and all that. And then we had a conversation about how comic or cartoons today don't have the art quality.
Nope.
I told him, I said, it looks like something a junior high kid would draw. And he goes, exactly.
Rick and Morty is a great example of that.
If you get a chance, look at the What If that's on Disney Plus.
That is some beautiful work from what I've
That-
seen.
That was some gorgeous artwork and it's good and smooth. Not that 15 frames crap. It's full motion, full animation, really done well.
And I'm not saying that all the new cartoons are like that. I'm really loving all the DC animated direct to DVD movies and that. I just recently watched the Justice Society World War II and part 1 of Batman The Long Halloween, and anxiously awaiting part 2. They do wonderful jobs on those and that, but yeah, the ones that you see on TV, not so much.
Yeah,
you know, and that's sad because that's really cheating the kids today. You know,
I'm going to jump over to help. We got to wrap up here. We're going to jump on over to Dan Hollifield's page on YouTube and his Facebook stuff. So if y'all want to follow us there, we'll see you there. But guys, guess what? It's time to say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And thanks, guys, all of you for being here, especially you, Joe D. Thank you for jumping in. It made for a great show.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And next Saturday night, I'm going to be there for 45 minutes again until it's time for me to come over here.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.